Introducing below the grill tubes. When you do your grill cutout kit, many times you're going to want to put a door or a combo below your grill. Well, before you would buy 2 extra VTs that you would have to cut to fit from below the grill tube to the bottom. Now we are offering this special no-cut telescoping below the grill tubes so that you have telescoping tubes to go up here for people who don't want to do cutting. Here's how they install. Start by screwing our one-ways into the 21 by 25 millimeter tubes to our 12-inch by 21 millimeter tubes and screw on the females. Females slide over the top of the 21 millimeter tubes. Those self-drilling hex head screws work great. No pre-drilling required. Easy these slip it together for telescoping, just like that. Now, let's say we're going to install a door below the grill here. We need to know the cutout width of the door or the cutout width of the combo. Then we'll mark it on the bottom here, the cutout width, and install these left and right tubes correctly for it to fit that component. So for this example, our cutout for our horizontal door is 24.5 inches wide. So first we have to find the width between these 2 left and right grill tubes, how much space we have here. And it comes to 32 inches between these 2. So now we want to find the center. Center of 32 inches is 16 inches, and we made a mark at center. So now that we know the center here, we'll go over and measure to the left half of that cutout width. So if it's a 24.5 inch cutout width, we'd measure over 12.25 inches this way, and then make a mark. So you see we're measuring from the center over 12.25 inches. Now we'll flip the measuring tape around, and from that mark we'll measure over 24.5 inches and make another mark from that mark, because that's the cutout width of your door, 24.5. Just like that. Okay, perfect. So now you can see here, first we found the center, and then we measured over half of the width of the cutout for the door, and then we measured over the full cutout with 24.5, and you can see that it's nicely centered here. It's very close. It's going to look great. So now we know where to position our left and right telescoping tubes here for our door. See, we line the inside of this tube with our mark. And we'll go ahead and screw that in, and then see how this telescopes up and down to fit the below the grill tube, no cutting. So that's excellent. Perfect. Now, if this tube is too close this way, you need more space to the right, you can take whisk snips and cut off this side of the one way and just put 2 screws on this side of the wing. So that's an option if you need to make it wider. Great. Now we'll just go ahead and telescope it up, and we'll screw it into the bottom of the frame. Snoopy, please, what you doing over here? You're making so much noise. No one can hear the video. Now you can see we have our left one installed below the grill tube here, telescoping with no cutting. Now we'll measure off of this one a second time just to make sure that this mark is 24.5 inches for our cutout width for this horizontal door that's going to go across. And then we'll go ahead and screw it in just like we did that one, and we have our left and right sides of our door with no cutting. So it's really worth the extra couple bucks to get these below the grill telescoping tubes for when underneath the grill. The maximum extension of this system here is 31 inches When you insert your 12 by 21 millimeter into the 25 millimeter tube, 2 inches, we like 1.5 to 2 inches minimum insertion for strength. So the maximum height that this can go is 31 inches. And of course, the minimum height would be if you slide this all the way down to the coupler, which gives you about 22.5 inches or 22.75 inches with the couplers installed. That's the minimum height. Make sure when you're screwing these in, your screw is on the inside of the frame, not the outside where the cement board goes. Now, in some cases, you might run into here where you're gonna have to be over further to the right, and this screw would interfere with your bottom. So you would unscrew that, put this into position, and then screw through both of them. Or if it needs to go even further, you're just gonna have to cut this off, put 2 screws on this side and add a second screw on that side. And then when you install your cement board, it'll reinforce everything.